Welcome to Southern Sown, Southern Grown. I'm your host, Kayden, and today I get to talk with Wyatt Allen. Wyatt is the current title holder for FFA's Equine Entrepreneurship Proficiency. He's also part owner here at 5A Ranch. Wyatt, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. So let's talk about FFA. You graduated from the Benjamin Russell chapter, which is highly successful.
Mm-hmm.
Even our new state president, Kayden is from the Benjamin Russell chapter. So tell us a little bit about your time in FFA in high school and why you think that chapter is so successful.
So we really had a really good ag teacher, Josh Williams. He was in FFA for 4 years, and I think he even went on to a collegiate level and done it there. He was a big time supporter in that. I joined when I was a freshman and went 4 years, and even done the proficiency a year after when I was in college. And I competed on all the CDE teams, livestock judging, ag construction. If there was something in there, I probably done it. I was an officer for 3 of the 4 years, I think, and just went to the state convention, went to the national convention 4 years in a row, and so had a lot of fun.
Well, obviously, winning a national award is a huge accomplishment. So can you tell us a little bit about what it took to receive such an honor?
Yeah, we started proficiencies when I was a freshman, and my ag teacher done a lot with it. He helped us do 2 or 3 of them, and one ended up going to the nationals after I graduated. It took some tweaking on it. It took a lot of writing and a lot of editing and a lot of hours to do it. Times I didn't think it was worth it, and then it finally paid off.
So the horses that you train are used in team roping. So can you tell us a little bit about the breed of horses you train and some qualities you look for when looking for a young horse?
Yeah, they're quarter horses. We train head and heel horses. We just want something athletic, something that has some speed, has a lot of heart, and that can last. They come in all shapes and sizes. Color really don't matter, but we want them pretty big to head on, and we don't need them near as big to heel on. But we basically have all shapes and sizes. Just the right mindset's what we're looking for.
Some of our viewers might be a little bit confused as team roping as a sport. So could you talk to us a little bit about the sport and walk us through what happens during a run?
Yeah, team roping, there's a header and a heeler. It's a timed event. They have it at the rodeos. The header will he'll rope the head. He'll either rope the horns, the half head, or a neck. He'll turn him across, and the heeler will rope the back feet. A clean run's when the header catches one of the 3 legals, and the heeler heels both the back feet. And there's a 10-second penalty if the header breaks the barrier, which is a head start. And there's a 5-second penalty if the heeler only gets 1 back leg. And so that's basically it in a nutshell.
So after high school, you enrolled at East Mississippi Community College, which is known for a really successful rodeo program.
Mm-hmm.
So how has your time there affected your success and your future plans?
Yeah, so when I graduated, I went to Southern Union right here by the house for a year and got a year under my belt. And then I transferred to East Mississippi Community College. I went there online and I was on the rodeo team for a year there. It was fun. We got to travel a lot, go to all the college rodeos. It was a lot of driving, but it was fun. It taught us a lot about rodeo and stuff like that. So it was good.
Well, let's take a moment to look at some pictures that help tell Wyatt's story. horses is a really time-consuming thing and requires a lot of hard work. So could you walk us through a typical day of training?
Yeah, so we'll get up early in the mornings and saddle the young horses, range from 4 to 6 years old. We keep about 3 or 4 of them around a month. We'll take outside horses, and we'll go gather cattle on them out of our cow-calf herds if we need to, stuff like that. Do some day work on them, and then bring them back to the arena late in the evenings and rope the sled on them, rope slow steers on them, train them in how we want them to do when they get of age to rope on.
So about how long does it take from the time you get a new horse until the time they're ready to compete?
So if we get a 4-year-old, we'll start him on the sled, which is a fake cow that you pull behind the four-wheeler. Usually from 1.5 years to 2 years, 2 years of training. That's training and then seasoning them, which is taking them to all the places, getting them used to all the new stuff, all the sounds and stuff, the buildings. So usually roughly 1.5 years, 2 years, some a little longer, some a little shorter.
So how many horses are you training right now?
I have 2 right now. My brother has 2, one of my own and one outside horse of a guy's. We usually keep 2 or 3 apiece around here to train on besides our good horses.
So while you're training your young horses, what about your competition horse? What do you have to do with that horse to keep it ready for competition?
Yeah, so we'll ride them on 4 or 5 steers a day to kind of keep them legged up, kind of keep them in shape, and keep them where they need to be to compete to the best of their ability. We won't run a bunch on them. We'll run, we'll ride them 3 or 4 days a week to get them to get ready for the weekends and stuff like that. Keep them in shape.
So can you show us what you feed these animals and explain the importance of nutrition?
Yeah, so this bag we'll feed. I think it's a 12% protein feed. It's a pelleted feed from FRM. It's Flint River Milling. They're out of South Georgia. It's just a good feed. It don't really. There's a lot of feeds that will make them kind of juicy, kind of fresh. This feed just it's a good feed that just kind of keeps them mellowed out. It don't get them real hyper.
So I know that you and your twin brother Colton are roping partners and you work with your dad in producing team ropings. So how important is family in this business and how has it affected your success?
Yeah, it's pretty big deal. I was kind of born into it. Dad, he started when he was young and he roped all. He's still roping. He's putting on ropings, and he's been putting on roping for 30 years, and I grew up in it, and me and my brothers help him do that. We'll probably take it over when he gets tired of it, gets too old to do it. But yeah, it's really important. It's kind of good. You got a family base there that you can fall back on and stuff. They help out a bunch, and it's a really nice deal.
The second paragraph of the FFA Creed says, I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which even in hours of discouragement I cannot deny. I'm sure that in training horses and competing in rodeos, there are joys, discomforts, and even at times discouragements. Wyatt has shown us a great picture of what it looks like to be involved in agricultural pursuits. Wyatt, thanks again for taking the time to talk with me, and I'll see you next time on Southern Sound, Southern Grown.